So hi everyone, so in this video we will discuss about the most important topics for GATE CSE. So I have analyzed last 15 to 20 years of GATE CSE papers and I came up with a list of important topics for GATE CSE. So from each subjects I will let you know about the important topics and some easy and scoring topics as well. So if you are planning to leave any subjects, don't leave it completely. You can consider studying these easy and scoring subjects. Also, if you think you should leave some subject or some topics, I have analyzed all the previous 15 to 20 years of GATE CSE papers. So I will let you know about the weightage of each topic and each subject. So you can plan accordingly what subjects you can leave. So after watching this video, you can decide by yourself which subjects you should leave and which subject you can still cover in this remaining time. Okay, so let's get started with the video. Okay, so let's see the subject-wise analysis for each subject of GATE CSE. So before that, I have done last 15 years of analysis. So I've taken the data from this website GATE Overflow. So I have seen the maximum, minimum and the average marks that came from each subject and each topic in GATE CSE. And you can also check out the marks distribution here. So first I have the marks distribution for different subjects in 2024. Similarly for 2023, 2022 and 2021. If you can see carefully, so the subjects like this operating system. So here in 2024 operating system was of 10 marks. In 2023 it carries total 9 marks of weightage. In 2022 10 marks and in 2021 you can see it's 7 marks. And similarly for these subjects like computer networks and discrete mathematics, you can see a lot of weightage they carry. Okay, so there is a trade-off. So if you try to cover these subjects like operating system, computer network and discrete mathematics, so they will take a lot of time to cover. Okay, but the weightage is also very high. But if you see these subjects like compiler design and digital, so these subjects are easy to cover and you will take less time to cover these subjects, but this weightage is also less. So you can decide accordingly. So which subjects you can cover and which subjects you cannot. I will tell you about the easy and important topics from each subjects and also let you know about the weightage. So first let's see about the programming and data structure. So this is the marks distribution for programming. This is only for C programming and not for data structure. For data structures, I have it in the next slide. So this is the marks distribution for data structures. So this is from 2010 to 2024. Okay. So you can see the minimum, maximum and the average marks of last 15 years from programming and data structures. So the maximum marks from programming is of 10 marks. And from data structure 7 marks. Here you can see in some year if I remember correctly from in 2014 in some set there is no question from programming. So that's why the minimum here is 0 marks. So if I talk about the average marks, so average marks is 4 to 6 marks each year from programming and similarly for data structure 4 to 5 marks. Okay. Let's see the important topics from programming and data structures. So the first one is stacks and queues. So you can see this is the number of questions that came till now in the GATE exam from this topic stacks and queues. So if I have to say the stacks and queues is very easy topics and the question that came in this GATE exam from stacks and queues are also very easy. So this is very easy and scoring topics that you should cover. And the next we have is binary trees and binary search tree. So here you can see 87 question came from this topic. So this is a huge number. Okay, 87 questions came from this binary trees and binary search trees. So this is very important topics. So you must cover these topics. If I have to tell you all these topics from programming and data structure that I have listed here is very easy. From the other subjects I will let you know about the important and the easy ones also, but from all the topics I can see here are easy only. The next is heaps. So from heaps 29 questions came till now. So heaps is also very important topic. So from heaps the questions from like min heap, max heap will come, and the next one is the linked list. So this is also an important topic. So the next is hashing. So this is somewhat tricky topic. This is not that much easy, or I can say this is not an easy topic. This is something tricky. But yeah, in the previous year some easy question also came from hashing, but some tricky questions are also there. Okay, the next I have is array. So arrays is also very important topic. So from array till now only 13 question came, but these are dedicatedly of arrays. But if you can see, there are a lot of questions where this concepts will be useful. So you should not consider this 13 only. So in total there will be a lot of question from arrays. So you must study this topic. Okay. So the next is algorithms. So this is the marks distribution for algorithms. If we can see the minimum, average and the maximum marks, so each year the average is 9 to 10 marks. Okay. So algorithms carries a lot of weightage. Okay. Or you can see in some year like 15 marks from algorithms are there. Let's see the important topics of algorithms. So the first one is asymptotic notation. So asymptotic notations like big O, omega, theta, you have to study about these asymptotic notations, and then you should solve the questions on these asymptotic notations. So in total there are 21 questions from the last years in from this asymptotic notations. So the next we have is graph search. So graph search is also an important. Asymptotic notation is also important. So all these topics that I have listed are important, but I am telling you about the some easy topics also. So this graph search basically carries this BFS, DFS, these things. Okay, so the next is minimum spanning trees. So from minimum spanning trees you can see till now 33 question came. So this will have algorithms like Prim's algorithms, Kruskal algorithm. Okay, so these will be covered in the minimum spanning trees. So the next we have is recurrence relation. So this is something easy that you can cover. So the next is sorting. So you have to study about the sorting algorithms like quick sort, merge sort, etc. Okay, so this is also easy and scoring topics. Some tricky question also came from this topic in the previous years, but yeah, mostly easy question will came from this topic. The next is time complexity. So from time complexity, the question like a program will be given to you and they will ask you for the time complexity of the programs, and they can also ask you for time complexity of some algorithms also. Okay, so next we have digital logic. So this is a marks distribution for digital logic. So you can see on an average each year 5 to 6 marks are there from digital logic. Okay, so these are the important topics from digital logic that I have. So the first one is Boolean algebra. So this is really very easy topic to cover, and this will not take you more than 1 to 2 days to cover. So you have to study about some truth tables and some Boolean variables, etc. So you can cover this very easily in 1 or 2 days, and the question from Boolean algebra are also very easy. So you must cover this topic. Okay, Boolean algebra. The next is circuit outputs. So here we have two things like combinational circuits and sequential circuits. So this sequential circuit part is somewhat tricky, or you can say people find this thing hard, but this combinational circuit is comparatively easier than this sequential circuit. So if you cover these combinational and sequential circuits, so there some circuits will be given to you and they will ask you what will be the output function for this combinational circuit, or they can ask you what will be the flip-flop is doing, what sequence this flip-flop is generating and all. So these were some questions that came from this circuit output. So it carries a lot of weightage. You can see 39 questions came in the previous years. So the next we have is number systems. You can see 57 question came from this number system, or you can say number representation. So this is also very important topic. So here you have to study the topics like ones complement, twos complement, decimal number, binary numbers, and like floating point representation, etc. Okay. Next I have is operating system. So you can see this marks distribution for this operating system. So this is the minimum, maximum and average marks of last 15 years for operating system. So on an average, every year 8 to 9 marks are there from operating system. Maximum you can see there were 12 marks from operating system. So these are the important topics from operating system. You can see from process scheduling, total 47 questions came in the previous years. So in process scheduling, this is also very easy and scoring topic that you can study. So in process scheduling, you have to study some algorithms like FCFS, SJF, LRTF, etc. So the question from process scheduling that came are very easy. So you must study this topic and don't leave operating system completely. If you are planning to leave this completely, don't leave it completely. At least study this topic, process scheduling. The next is page replacement. So here also you will have some algorithms like least recently used, first in first out, etc. So based on that there will be some questions. So from this also like 32 question came, which is a huge number. So the next is synchronization. From synchronization you can see 52 question came till now. So but this part is somewhat tricky and you can say hard. Okay, so this is not easy to understand topic. You have to spend a lot of time to understand this topic clearly. So the next is like disk. So in disk we will have questions like some number of tracks will be given to you, number of sectors will be given to you. They will ask you what is the size of the memory, or they can ask you the seek time, etc. Okay, so this is, I can say, easy to moderate. So the next is resource allocation. So from resource allocation there were 27 questions till now. So in resource allocation the questions you can say are easy only, but like once you have to understand the concept of deadlock and all, then you can very easily solve these questions from resource allocation. So the questions are like some processes are given to you and each process requires these many instances of a resource, then how many minimum number of resources you need to avoid deadlock. So these are the type of question that came from this resource allocation. So the next is virtual memory. So this is also, you can say, something tricky. So you have to spend some time to understand this topic well, virtual memory, but after that you will be able to solve the questions from this virtual memory, and this is also an important topic for operating system. A lot of question came from virtual memory till now. Also apart from this tricky questions, there are some easy questions also, like if you have seen some size of memory will be given to you, and then the size of page will be given to you. They will ask you for the number of tag bits and all. Okay, so if you once you understood this concept, then you will be able to tackle some easy question from this topics, virtual memory. So the next is theory of computation. So this is the marks distribution for TOC. So you can see this is the average, minimum and maximum marks for TOC. So on an average 7 to 8 marks come from TOC every year. Also in some year like there were 12 marks from TOC. So these are some important topics from TOC. The first is regular language and regular expression. So this is the easiest topic from TOC. Okay, you can see 62 question came only from regular languages and regular expressions. The next is finite automata. So from here also 41 question came. So this you can say is easy to moderate, because some question from finite automata are tricky. The next is CFL, that is context free language. The next is decidability. This is again something tricky. Okay, so you have to understood this concept decidability very well to answer all the questions from decidability. So the next is compiler design. So this is the marks distribution for compiler design. So in 2024 you can see 9 marks are there from this compiler design. Also, like for the years like 2024, where there are two sets like set 1 and set 2, so I have taken the average of these two sets. Okay, average marks of these two sets I have written here, like 9 is the average of both the sets. So this is the minimum, maximum and average marks of compiler design. So you can see on an average 5 marks are there from compiler design every year. Okay, so these are some important topics from compiler design. The first one is grammar. So you have to study about these grammars and all, like some grammar will be given to you. They can ask you for the first and follow of the symbols, some symbols. So this is also very easy topic that you can study and answer the questions from this topic. The next is parsing. So parsing is somewhat tricky. Okay, so this is some tricky topic. The next is syntax directed translation. So this is also an easy and scoring topic. So you can study about the syntax directed translation. Okay. The next is computer organization and architecture. So this is the marks distribution for COA. So you can see on an average 6 to 7 marks are there from COA every year. Also maximum you can see 11 marks are there from COA. Okay, so these are the important topics from COA. So the first is addressing mode. So this is easy topic that you can study. So you have to study about the addressing mode, such as like direct mode, indirect mode, etc. The next is cache memory. So you can see cache memory is very important. Till now 71 questions are there from cache memory. So you can see how important it is. But for this you have to spend some time to understand it well. Like there are a lot of concepts that you have to study in this cache memory. So there will be questions like the total memory access time, questions about tag bits or something like that. The next is pipelining. So this pipeline also you can say easy to moderate topic this is. There are some easy questions also, but there are some tricky questions also from pipelining in the previous years. So this hazards also come under this pipelining only. So this is also some easy topic that you can study one time and answer the question that has been asked. The next is computer networks. So this is the marks distribution for computer networks. So you can see on an average like 7 to 8 marks are there from computer networks every year. So these are the important topics from computer networks. The first one is IP addressing and subnetting. So most of the question came from here only, like IP addressing and subnetting. So you have to understood this well, IP addressing and about this subnetting. Supernetting is not very important, but like the most of the question came from subnetting only. So this is the important topic and this is easy also. Once you understood this, then you will be able to answer most of the questions. The next is application layer protocols. So you have to study about like very basic things about the protocol, like what this protocol does, HTTP, what does HTTP does, what does DNS does, what is SMTP and all. So this is also easy topics and straightforward questions came from these application layer protocols. Next is error detection. From here like 10 questions came in the last years. So 10 questions came in the previous years. So this is from here some topics like CRC and all. These are some tricky topics I can say. The next is routing algorithms, distance vector routing, link state routing and all. So from here 21 question came till now. The next is sliding window protocol. From sliding window protocol there were 21 questions till now. So you have to study about like flow control policies and about the flow control to answer the questions from sliding window protocol. So this is also I can say easy and scoring topic that you can study from CN, sliding window protocols. The next is TCP. So in TCP you have congestion control and all. Congestion control. Okay, so for TCP also you have to spend some time to understand it well and answer all the questions. The next is DBMS. So this is the marks distribution for DBMS. These are the minimum, maximum and average marks of last 15 years for DBMS. So you can see on an average 6 to 7 marks are there every year from DBMS. So these are the important topics from DBMS. The first one is normalization. So some questions that came from normalization were easy, but some of them were tricky also. So the next is SQL queries. You can see there are 55 questions in the previous years from SQL queries. So this is very important topics and also easy. So it might take only 1 or 2 days I think to cover all the SQL, and then you will be able to answer all the questions from SQL. The next is relational algebra. Okay, from this topics also some very easy question came, but at the same time some very tricky question were also there from this relational algebra. The next is B tree. So this is also very important topic, and from this 29 questions are there till now. The next is transaction and concurrency control. So from transaction and concurrency control there were 28 questions till now. The next is discrete mathematics. So this is the marks distribution for discrete mathematics. You can see on an average each year 9 to 10 marks are there from discrete mathematics. In 2022 you can see the maximum marks, that are 13 marks are there from discrete mathematics. So these are the important topics of discrete mathematics. So the first one is propositional logic. So I can't specifically list out the topics from discrete mathematics here, because all these topics are important, and from each of these topics a lot of question came in the previous year. So all these topics are important only, like propositional logic, first order logic, combinatorics, set theory, graph theory, group theory. Graph theory is the most important topic, so a lot of question came from graph theory. So from this I can say this is the easy topic that you can cover. Okay, set theory is again an easy topic that you can cover. Okay, and this relations and function is also very easy and scoring topic from discrete mathematics. But all these topics are really very important from discrete mathematics. The next is engineering mathematics. So this is the marks distribution for engineering mathematics. So these are the average, minimum and maximum marks for engineering mathematics. You can see each year there are 7 to 8 marks from discrete engineering mathematics. Okay, so the important topics from engineering mathematics are obviously like linear algebra, calculus and probabilities. So only these 3 topics are there mainly in engineering mathematics. So from linear algebra you can say eigenvalues and system of equations are the important topics. So there were a lot of questions from this eigenvalues topics. So they are asking for the eigenvalues of some matrix or for rank of some matrix and all. Also there are a lot of questions from this system of equations. So from probability there are questions from Bayes theorem and conditional probability. And similarly from calculus you can study these maximum, minimum, limits and continuity. Okay, so coming to aptitude. So aptitude, each year 15 marks are there from aptitude, like fixed. These 15 marks are fixed from aptitude. So for aptitude I don't have any important topics to share, but do solve at least last 15 year PYQs of all the branches, across all the branches like CSE, ECE, civil, etc. So solve PYQs of all these branches. Okay, and only this is sufficient. If you solve all the PYQs of all the branches, then this is more than sufficient. You don't have to practice anything else for aptitude, or you don't have to study anything else apart from this for aptitude. Okay, so yeah, that was it for this video. So if you have any doubt related to the GATE preparation, you can just drop a comment, so I will try to answer them. So yeah, thank you everyone.